Well, even if one were to disregard the absence of jurisdiction, the answer to your question is complementarity. It's in the Rome Statute.
The question was what international forum would be appropriate.
Yes. And the answer is complementarity. It is in the Rome Statute, which means the appropriate forum is that of the local jurisdiction, which are the Israeli courts, which are willing and able, the language that is adopted here, to investigate and prosecute any credible allegations. The problem with the allegations that we've heard this evening is that they are simply not credible. Now, I've referenced the blood libel of ethnic cleansing and genocide, but I don't know how many people here actually realize where the blood libel has originated. In the Middle Ages, the accusation was the same, that Jews were killing Christian children. In that case, it was to use their blood for a religious ritual, and it was widely believed. The allegations that we're hearing this evening of targeting children, which are preposterous, these are the modern blood libel, of executing a plan of starvation, which is flatly proven to be entirely false by any proper assessment of the volume of aid that is going in. The people making these allegations don't care about the facts. They are propagating the same age-old anti-Semitic tropes as we have seen for hundreds of years. They don't care about the data put out by COGAT. They don't care about the numbers that the IDF puts out. They say they're not credible. But they fail to acknowledge that the Israeli state authorities are held to account by that very same legal system, that legal system that operates in the only democracy in the Middle East. So peace is not going to be possible without a proper recognition of the causes, and that is indoctrination to terror and incentivization to terror. Indoctrination, including in UNRWA-run schools, where 3/4 of those who crossed the border on the 7th of October and committed medieval, barbarous atrocities on civilians in Israel, they were educated, 3/4 of them, in UNRWA-run schools. From kindergarten up, they are taught that the highest calling in life is to slaughter as many Jews as possible. And if they are successful, they are rewarded with terror salaries from the Palestinian Authority, the so-called moderates in this equation. Until that is addressed, there is nothing to talk about. And that's why I said earlier that calls for a Palestinian state before that is addressed and before the international complicity that facilitates it is addressed, that is simply calling for the 7th of October over and over again. And that is something I take strong objection to.